Hey everybody, so on today's episode of Roto's Questions, I'm going to talk about the power of love. And so it's only suiting that, my dog Athena is sitting here next to me while I do this because I love her and she loves me. Alright, so love is probably the most powerful, not probably, is the most powerful emotion in the world. And this has been scientifically proven because it's been scientifically proven that the heart is the most powerful part of our body and is the most powerful force in the world, pretty much. So when we were being formed in our mother's womb, the heart is the first organ that forms, and this is because it's the most important. Not the brain. A lot of people think that the brain runs the show. No, not even close. The brain doesn't even compare in power and strength and everything else to the heart. It's not even a contest, really. So a lot of this information I'm getting is from the Heart Math Institute. If you want to check out their website and do a little more research on the connections of how the heart is more powerful than the brain. But just to put it this way and simply, that our reality is made up of electromagnetic fields. And so with that being said, this institute went out and proved that the heart is 100 times more powerful electrically than the brain and 5,000 times more powerful magnetically than the brain. And I believe this is kind of where the law of attraction comes from, as they say, focus on what you want and you'll attract it. Like if you're focusing on what your heart wants, it's 5,000 times more powerful magnetically than the brain. So it attracts what you want to you. So science has proven this. The heart is more powerful than the brain. So when you accept that, you should ask yourself this question: which one are you listening to? Because most of us are listening to our brains when we really should be listening to our hearts. Okay, so with that, all emotions are powerful in their own way. So like take bad emotions for example, like stress, anger, anxiety, and the big one, fear. They're all they do is create chaos. They deplete our energy and just make us scared, not function as well as we can. So when you think of love, joy, caring, kindness, stuff like those, they create harmony and they align us consciously with the universe. And just to prove this, that emotions have impact, I'm just going to talk about an experiment that I've seen real briefly, and it's from a Dr. Emoto. Some of you guys might know about this experiment and what he did with water and emotions. So what he did, he just took different jars of water and put them aside, and he would say different words to these waters, or sometimes he would write the word and put it on the glass jar. So just some of the examples would be, he would say I love you or I hate you to the water, and then after a certain amount of time he would take the water and he would freeze the water crystals and take a picture with a microscope of how the crystals look. And all the water that he would say nice things to, like I love you or stuff like that, would have like these beautiful designs that all looked like snowflakes. And the other ones where he'd say I hate you, or they even put Hitler on one of them, were just like gross blobs of oil. And that just shows that emotions have an impact on water and what are our bodies made up of. So everything you say affects your body and how you feel and how well your body is going to perform. So our bodies, different people say different things, but so I'm giving a range here. Our bodies are made up from anywhere to 60 to 80% water. So if our words have that kind of effect on water, what are you doing to your body? So just be mindful of how you choose to feel, because it is a choice, and be mindful of the words that you say. So when you speak to people, think with your heart, not your brain, because in the end, the people aren't going to remember what you said 2 minutes later, but 2 years later, they'll remember how you made them feel, and that's the most important thing. So always lead with your heart. Okay, and so also this field of energy that we're giving off, because there is an energy around us, it's very strong and it affects other people too. So like I said, the way you feel is a choice. When you make this choice, you're also choosing how to affect others around you. We all know those energy vampires that when they walk into a room, the energy just boof, it's gone, and just it's real awkward for a couple minutes or a few moments. And then we also know the opposite people that when they walk into a room, they just light up the room and everybody just gets instantly happy. So again, it's a choice. Which one are you choosing to be? Okay, and then so on this topic of love, I wanted to kind of introduce the flower of life to people. And if you don't know what the flower of life is, just Google it and check out what the actual flower of life is. I have it on this white poster here, but I don't know if you can see that or not. But pretty much what it is, it's the creation pattern of the universe. Everything you see around you, everything, like literally everything comes from this one flower, this picture, this symbol, whatever you want to call it, everything comes from this. And so with that, it just shows that we're all connected, we're all one, and that love is the only thing that there truly is. And that's why it is so powerful, because it's the only thing. Okay, and so it's just to end this video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about one of the people I look up to that has taught me a lot, and it's Tupac. I've already made a video about him, so I'll keep it brief, but it's just to show how he used love in his heart to get the things that he wanted. So Tupac wasn't a gangster, he wasn't like any of that kind of stuff. He just played the role in his music. It was entertainment, just like an actor plays a military guy or whatever. They're not killers in life. And so in an interview I watched with another rapper in a documentary about Tupac's life, it was one of his friends that he grew up with, and he was like, yeah, Tupac was never a gangster or a drug dealer or any of that. He said that Tupac sold drugs for 1 week, and that's it. And he quit after 1 week. And the reason he quit is because one day somebody came to him and offered him their wedding rings for drugs. And Tupac just lost it. He went crazy. And he was like, this is what the world is coming to, that this is how bad things are, where people are willing to trade their wedding rings for a piece of crack. And he's lost it. He went crazy. He's like, I'm never going to do this again. I'll never touch this again. And he made a commitment to himself and his career. And he said, I'm either going to make this rap thing work or I'm going to starve. And I think we all know what happened. Tupac went on to become one of the best-selling artists, or the best-selling artist of all time. He sold over 75 million albums, and this is all because he made up his mind and he went with his heart. He couldn't do all those bad things after seeing what drugs do to people, so he gave himself no other choice, used his heart, followed his heart, and his name will go on through history. No one will ever forget Tupac. I still listen to him now, and it's 2014. He died in 1995, 19 years later. So yeah, so that's about all I gotta say on this topic. And just remember, yeah, love is more powerful than your brain, so follow your heart. Thanks for watching.